Your Dallas Cowboys, I'm happy to be wrong. Report card, great grades, rolling in for Dak Prescott and Deron Bland and all the Cowboys on offense, defense, special teams to take home to their parents and proudly display their collection of A grades, mostly A grades. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trust reporter. Breakfast at Fish and Eats. Good morning, sugar.
Morning.
Yeah, thanks for your enthusiasm. Pick it up a little bit. Chop, chop. How about some coffee? How about some bacon? How about some eggs? I was wrong, very wrong, and a tiny bit right. In anticipation of the Cowboys playing host to the Commandos on Sunday, I predicted that the wrong team, the visitors, would win 31-28. The bad guys would win 31-28. And I was wrong. Cowboys won 44-22, and it really wasn't close. But I did detail the 5 things the Cowboys could do to win, and I got those right. I just didn't think the Cowboys were going to do them. Here's what I predicted. Here's what ended up happening, and here's my letter grade for a game in which the Cowboys surprised me, much to your delight. A couple of sidebars. This week, we have hit 76,000 fish heads in combination. We are giving away, you want to rep George Pickens? There's the number 3. That's the real live Cowboy practice jersey, number 3. All you got to do is be a subscriber here and or at fishsportscowboys.substack.com. Here's what we said going in, and here's what happened coming out. My 5, all you got to do is this, Cowboys, and you can win, even though I didn't think they were going to. Force Washington's practice squad receivers to beat you. Cowboys came into this thing by Sunday, certainly knowing no McLaurin, no Samuel, no Noah Brown. So the receivers, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, Chris Moore. No Trayvon Diggs, home accident, concussion. But Dallas's defensive backs could handle that bunch, right? What happened? Right. Dallas stops the run. Forget the stat sheet. As a practical matter, they stopped the run. Nobody had over 35 yards rushing. And the receivers, Lane got 60 and Moore got 59, and it was an easily managed group. And we'll get to one of the reasons why momentarily. Grade for that strategy, A. Item 2, category 2, Dak and the offense. You got to be near perfect. And Dak said, oh, there's no pressure on that. I didn't buy it then. I don't buy it for any of these games. There is pressure, or whatever you want to call it, on Dak Prescott and the offense to be near perfect. So, they just were. Cowboys defense came in surrendering almost 31 points a game. I said that Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb would be 100% healthy and that he would contribute in a big way to a big number. Cowboys ranked number 3 in the NFL in pass attempts. I did say he'll get double-digit targets. That was unnecessary. And I did say he got 110 yards. All those things were on pace at halftime. He had 110 yards at halftime, and he had the 5 catches, I believe, at halftime as well. So that's what I predicted. That's what happened. Grade A. So far, so good. Can these wonderful things repeat themselves, by the way, this upcoming weekend? Cowboys at Denver, and I will be there representing you on the Fish Report and CowboysCountry.com and fishsportscowboys.substack.com. Of course, we will find out what's going to happen in Denver. I'll be there in person watching it, and part of the forecast has to do with what Prophet X says about it and what you can use Prophet X to say. That's America's #1 sports prediction market, a peer-to-peer sports prediction market where users like you play against each other instead of the sportsbook or the house. Looks and feels just like a sportsbook, but better odds. Use the promo code FISH and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. Prophet X. Item 3, reestablish the bell cow. I said that last week was an aberration and that we looked at what Washington has done in trying to defend the run. In the last 3 weeks, 128 given up, 155 given up, 145 given up. That's a beard scratcher. So run the football against them. Dallas's passing attack is elite, but Javonte is a bell cow. He was on the field for 86% of the snaps against Carolina. There was just no reason to change that. They just needed to do it better. What happened? 33-yard run early from Javonte. He gets 62 in the first half, ends up with 116. And that's twice in the last 3 games he's gotten over 100 yards. So, yes, an aberration in Carolina. A punishing runner. We mentioned this yesterday. Tom Brady, like celebrating Javonte Williams' running style. The bell cow is back. Grade A. Item 4, curtail Jaden Daniels off-script scrambling. We've seen Hurts and Caleb and Bryce all do it. Daniels last week, 52 rushing yards on 10 carries. Can't have that. That'll beat you. What happened? Good but not great day, curbing him. He did have a 10-yard run. He had a 14-yard run. But then you got after him and he got hurt. He didn't devastate you, even when he was in the game. Grade C. Item 5 and finale. Contain and pressure the pocket. Bryce Young was allowed to be way too comfortable. You give Jaden, here's what I said going in, you give him the same pocket and gap comfort, even with his receivers banged up, and he'll one-man show you. Get him off schedule. Get pressure on him. Do something different on defense, Matt Eberflus. That's what I wrote. More blitzing, man defense. What I said going in is, I keep saying that every week, Flus doesn't seem to be listening to me. We did say maybe this is the game that Houston, Fowler, or Clowney get something done. What happened? Clowney got some things done, and so did the whole front group. A lot of time to throw early on for Daniels. Shamar James forced a sack fumble on the play that Daniels hurts his leg. Donovan Easy, Kenneth Murray, Clowney all get a sack. Second half performance, that includes the pick 6 touchdown from Deron Bland. The defense played well enough to support the offense, and they give up 22 points. That's a winning enough formula. They get sacks. They make plays. They didn't miss a million tackles. They didn't look confounded. That's good enough. Fish final grade for that category and for the game, a very solid B+. As I'm sure you'll agree, because I'll read all your comments. Straight dope.